Now a Braum main.
Okay.
Because Braum is just really easy to play. I'm gonna be honest, man. You put up Unbreakable and chuck a Winter's Bite out, you kind of done your job in a fight. But as you say, we can't
enable the lead that Kalista and Boost you already have. But in this situation, Broken Blade
He goes in onto Kana, who goes overheated. Broken Blade getting burned to a crisp. He went for that fight, and Kana just stands his ground and gets the kill. For Kana, no TP yet, hasn't completed that role quest. G2 start up the Drake. Yahoo underneath the tower, looking for the Rune Prison here onto Kaz. It's going to get taken out by the Taunt. Kaz beginning to walk away. The hero's entrance knocked back by Bucio, who will claim the kill. The Drake for G2, though, still at 2,000 HP. Kalist trying to come in from the bottom side, looking for the Transcend oneself. Kana's worked his way down. Meanwhile, Broken Blade's back up towards the top. It's got a 4v3 in favor of KC. Kalist flashing away from Skuma and LeBron, trying to dance around here as well. But a good trample stun into Yikes damage is enough to kill the enemy jungler. And LeBron and Hans Sama have to walk away, tails tucked between their legs.
Caps kind of end up costing the Dragon there for G2. Sure, he gets the kill, and it will give an advantage.
Yeah, because of that, they decide discretion, the better part of Valor, not actually going for the fight. Skewmon looking for something here as well. Yahoo, no flash on him. Lebrov goes in. Bucio trying to act as that bodyguard. Good double taunt into the charm. The dash away as well from Lebrov. And now Skewmon needs to get the hell out of there. Crescent Guard out. Tries to dash away from the Infernal Chains, but he's ripped back into the hands of KC. Yahoo gets his burner. Good use of the Phaelites there from Kana with that control. Well, Dragon's Rage kick from Broken Blade, but he's used the safeguard now, has to try and dodge his way away, caught out. BB trying to do some magical stuff on this Lee Sin, but it's just not working. Caught out between Yike and Kana. He'll be burnt alive by that Rumble, who secures his second.
Dragon already started up by G2. Looks like KC going to give.
Yeah, it's an interesting trade here. Rift Herald for the Drake. Yeah, who getting some time with that top tier 1 as well. Should be able to take it down. From what I can see on the minimap, it's sitting at only 1 plate. Yeah, he's just waiting for it to kill off some of those minions. So will be a tower and a Rift Herald exchange.
Old hands are working for an insect play.
And he did get the lane priority that we don't often see people get into Rumble, but as you say, the mechanics after that point haven't really shown us the style that is required to master the King of Kung Fu in Lee Sin. I did once watch Lucio. Six convergence will proc. And in the end, KC can't find much more of the play. Broken Blade here on level 14, going to take the tower, trying to heal up with that Ravenous Hydra Dragon to kick it out as Karmine Corp begin to collapse. Bucio no ultimate, but does have the flash, can look for the engage. Safeguard away from Broken Blade. G2 beginning to collapse here. Yike goes in, there's the equalizer. Hero's entrance out as well as Broken Blade dives in. A good charm coming out from Lebrov. It's a 1-for-1 so far, now 2-for-1 in favor of Karmine Corp. It's Skewmo and the Caps in the middle of the meat grinder, and they just can't survive. They're minced to a crisp. They will get one more, but 4 for 2 is well in the Blue Wall's favor.
If you're going to try and take on this Aatrox, you have to bring some damage. And G2 just don't have it. Hans Sama was still in the mid lane. Broken Blade is taken down immediately. And KC opening up this gold lead nicely for themselves.
They just don't have the damage to work through the Aatrox, as you say. Yike 2-0-5 against his former team. 2 towers on the bot side as KC.
What time? We passed it.
Everyone take a breath. We forget and we move on, okay? The secret lab ad came to life for a second.
The damage from the Phosphorus Bomb, a lot coming out from Hans Sama to start that one off. And it means that G2 continue to keep this soul point at bay from KC.
They'll get another Cloud. Good fight from them, even if they didn't pick up the casualties or the kills. They were still able to add the notch of a Cloud Drake onto their belts. Lebrov here, cleanse and heal, will cleanse the Rune Prison out. That's the power of the Unsealed Spellbook. Caps trying to hold the wave in mid. Broken Blade pushing in towards the bottom side. It's matched by Kana. Caps, look at the damage coming out from Kalist! Caps just melts.
That Fiend Hunter bolt damage doing so
Dash
much.
away, Broken Blade dodging away from Yike, who's trying to chase him down. BB does have the Dragon's Rage, doesn't want to use it, able to walk out. No Realm Warp behind him, no tower to stand. Sonic Wave misses, Dragon's Rage comes out, but it's too little too late for BB as he is burnt alive. Caps will push in the top side. G2 try and get control over mid, but Kana has a wave on its way towards this bot lane inhibitor tower, and with the Crystalline Overgrowth being ripped away, that will be an inhibitor turret to KC.
Yeah, keep it moving across just through mid, get the push, and guarantee you've got a front line towards Kalist, because you can see Broken Blade fishing for those Sonic Waves.
Lucio going in as a Skewmon, Crescent Guard coming out. LeBron is looking for a long flank all the way near the walls right now. Puts a control ward down. If KC overstep, there's the risk of a quickness onto the back line. It's Kalist. There's the quickness. Here's Entrance diving in as well. An equalizer down. They dive onto Kalist. Good double taunt, but Lucio there to save his AD carry. And he does exactly that with the help of Kana. KC now re-engaging. Great stun onto Broken Blade with the trample as he tried to dive in. KC read them like a book, and they'll burn them in the river. Great play all round from Karmine Corp. G2, LeBron the last man standing, and all he can do is flee from Bucio.
Every door that G2 opens has just got a blue wall in front of it. KC have denied them every opportunity this game. And now a Dragon, a Baron, and surely the game off the back of that.
Try and secure it. Cap's hit. Going to try and defend as much as he can. The Winds of War going out isn't going to do too much damage to the wave. Yike denying entry for LeBron and Hans Summer towards their top side of their jungle. There's the tower. And now KC with about a little bit more than 4 waves, around 6 waves or so to play with the increase, the shortened spawn time. Cap's getting caught out. There's the quickness that wants to Kalist. Crescent Guard out as well, but he's still got the flash to get away. TP coming out from Broken Blade, but already his jungler is down. And now KC can push through too. Kalist is going to reset. We'll be back out on the map quickly with the home guards. With how far forward these minion waves are pushed, he can sprint out, but instead he's just going to go towards the bot lane. Clear up that wave. Make sure G2 don't have any points of pressure on the map. KC will look for the double inhibs. With the Baron up minions, they should be able to secure them. Kana with a stopwatch. The engage from Broken Blade again. Bucio punts him to Timbuktu, yeets him out of any possibility of a fight. And KC, even without their fed AD carry, are just pushing G2 back.
Bucio playing bouncer for Broken Blade, denying any access. And now a terrorist falling. The base reaping the rewards. They're going to start to shift down towards this bottom side, the last remaining inhibitor on the map, and use the fact that you've got that rise to start getting vision on this bottom side.
Yike, 3 levels above his jungle counterpart. Kind of happens when you have this much control over the game, because I wouldn't be surprised if Skewmon's got like one of his last 6 camps or so. You just don't get to enter the jungle. But across the board leads for KC. Bucio stepping in. LeBron looking for the knockoff onto Yike, can't land it. Dashes back to Broken Blade, who has to dash back to Skewmon. Hans Summer has to dash back across the wall, and he just gets deleted. Yahoo gets another Realm Warps in, sends the cow onto the backline, joins him. Crescent Guard out from Skewmon. Here is used by Caps. The Zhonya's from Yahoo buys enough time for the rest of KC to begin to collapse as Caps is forced low. He pops a stopwatch of his own, but I think the next thing going pop will be him. Exactly the case as G2 are sent back to the fountain. They can escape there, but what escape is it as they watch their Nexus fall? KC, 34 minutes in, have only given G2 3 kills. Well, 4 now as they die once to the fountain. A dominant victory for Karmine Corp.